FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
The changes this year, this language has begun to crumble. And you can see it as the Republicans scramble on the right, where this is more dramatic. You can see it as the Republicans scramble to find a new language that will move them back to an economically based populism, away from the cultural populism that they've been dining out on for the last 40 years. And it's there in the Tea Parties. It's there in the efforts to tell the story about the economic breakdown as a story about Washington's failures, and rather than the failures of the banking industry or American corporations. And it's there in particular in this remarkable rebirth of the word socialism, the epithet socialist. I mean, this is a word that Republicans lived for and died for 40 or 50 or 60 years, really since the end of the 19th century. No program, whether it was Social Security or any other social program, could be introduced by the Democrats without the Republicans screaming socialism, socialistic. Harry Truman in 1952 said that when a Republican says down with socialism, he means down with progress. That was Truman. By the end of the Cold War, even before that, the word had disappeared from American politics. Republicans no longer denounced democratic programs as socialistic. Neither Bush nor Cheney ever used the word socialism or socialistic to describe their opponents' policies, not once. So the rediscovery of the word late in this campaign was very interesting. And in fact, the fact that it came so late was interesting. They first had to go through all these other charges. Obama's inexperienced, he's all talk, he's a defeatist, he's an out-and-out elitist, he's a celebrity, he'll say anything to get elected. Oh yeah, and did we mention he's a socialist? What's interesting about this charge is that it's surely not going to work for the Republicans as it might once have done. The Harvard School of Public Health did a survey I think last year, asking Americans what they thought about socialized medicine. Would it be helpful or harmful for the American healthcare system? Of the people who answered the question, not all the people felt qualified to answer the question, of the people who answered the question, the majority said it would be helpful. And among people under 35, the proportion who thought socialized medicine was a good thing was 2 to 1. So if you were born, as first-time voters now are, after the fall of communism and the Berlin Wall, socialism just doesn't have that boogeyman power that it once did. But the Republicans are doing it nonetheless, or at least one sector of the right is doing it nonetheless. And I think what's involved there is a kind of hearth language, what the linguists call a hearth language, which is a language that's died out in public but is still used by old ladies around the fireplace. It's a rump language. It's a language that a group uses, that every group uses after a political setback as it draws in to lick its wounds. And it becomes a mark of solidarity. The trouble being that the more language becomes a mark of solidarity and inclusiveness, it also becomes an exclusive kind of language. There's no way that language like socialism and socialistic is going to enable Republicans linguistically to recapture the ground they've lost. And the only difference, as I say, this happens all the time, both on the left and the right, is that now there's a group of people, Fox News and Hannity and Limbaugh and so on, who have built an economic model that actually rewards failure. There's a sense of, if your people are beleaguered and feel in a permanent minority, that's fine for your economic model. Limbaugh does not need for the Republicans to be dominant. In fact, he's doing very well now with the Republicans in this beleaguered position.